Hi, everyone. Just an update on the reconsideration that I and the Coalition for Responsible Energy has requested of the Alberta Energy Regulator on their $144.45 million levy, which is way, way short of the required $862 million that is needed to actually deal with the inventory that's in the Orphan Well uh, Association's inventory. Um, Just interestingly, we live in a democracy where we depend on the rule of law um, as our legal guardrails. This is what protects citizens' rights, protects us from government overreach and those sorts of things, and makes sure that these regulators and these various government institutions um, actually have some rules to follow, and that they do as we've expected them to do, and under the authority that we have given them. In other words, they have rules themselves that they have to follow, and that is what keeps democracy going. If we don't have the rules, we'll have a problem. Our reconsideration that we've asked of the AER is exactly that. It's about following the rules. There's been two reconsiderations. We imagine they're going to be combined and dealt with as one, because basically they're about the same thing. But the interesting thing here is had the regulator simply followed the rules in the first place, we probably wouldn't be needing to ask for a reconsideration. Um, the biggest issue here is the AER, for some time now, thinks that it has the power to ignore or to change rules. Um, Basically, the argument that we are getting back from the regulator, they've given us a file number, which is a good thing, so they're taking it seriously. But their argument right now is they're saying no hearing. You shouldn't get a hearing because this decision is not something that can be appealed or can be reconsidered. Um, Simply because, now here's their argument, simply because the regulator doesn't have to follow the law. Now that's just downright strange, and it has me wondering. This is the liability management department of the regulator, lawyers who are actually saying this. They're saying that the AER is not required to follow the law. I mean, that to me is absolutely ludicrous. The basis and strength of any democracy is rule of law. Without rule of law, you end up with a complete mess, people doing whatever they want to do. And we see, as an example, what is happening right now in the United States. So, again, the regulator is saying we're not going to give you a hearing because they don't have to follow the law. And because they don't have to follow the law, that means that people like myself, we can't get them or can't ask them to give a reconsideration or to appeal their decision. Um, so, we have to wonder what the heck is going on in this province. This is bigger than just about the Orphan Well Fund, about me getting the well off my land. This is a serious, serious situation where you have a regulator who doesn't feel that they have to regulate. And that should be scary for all Albertans. Below, I have attached two posters. We have some events coming up. I have one today in Warburg. Interestingly enough, we're gonna have the energy critic from the NDP come out and talk about the mature asset strategy to the Warburg Pembina Surface Rights Group. And then in Didsbury on this Thursday, on the 14th of August, we will be rolling out our first town hall meeting on the mature asset strategy. It is our pilot. We're hoping to learn from it and just kind of test the waters and see how things go. So if you're interested in that, there's a poster below for that too. We're hoping that we have a good turnout there. It's critically important that Albertans, especially rural Albertans, understand what the mature asset strategy could do if it does become law. It's not good for the rural economies. It's not good for the taxpayers. It's not good for landowners. They want to stop paying compensation. They want to stop paying property taxes, which means your taxes will have to go up. And then they want to saddle the provincial taxpayers with the cost of cleaning up with the oil, which the oil and gas industry is now legally obligated to do. In other words, they just want to bash the polluter pay principle. And basically, they want to drop the orphan well fund all entirely. However, you can't do that. It's too late. That orphan well fund replaced security. It was offered by industry basically as one large industry whole security. And what they were basically asking back in 1991 is can we continue liability dumping? And we promise that we're going to clean up after any one of these guys, these little gamblers who are created by liability dumping. We'll pay for them. We'll clean up. You guys won't have to worry about it. Now they want to renege on that promise. And we can't let them do that because the mature asset strategy is saying, well, these little guys, and this is where the problem is in these juniors, these guys are recreated out of liability dumping. So this is an industry created problem. Not what mature asset strategy would have you believe, that it's simply a financial problem. Yeah, it is a financial problem, but it's created by gamblers, and that's where it's at. And we need to just hold them to it. And now they're saying that they want to renege on this and just, nope, we're not going to do that. No, we can't let them do that at all, because if they have no money to pay for their daily operations and for their cleanup, how are they going to pay security now? It's too late. We didn't take security. The Orphan Well Fund is the security, and we must protect it, or we're dead in the water, folks. The taxpayer will get saddled with it all. Have a good day, and I hope to see you out at these two coming events, and we'll keep you informed as things go along. Have a great day, folks.